The First Lady's visit to the border, where children have been separated from their parents, just 24 hours after her husband signed that executive order saying families will no longer be separated. But the president's move came after weeks of reporting and then the images of children in cages and audio of their cries. The First Lady's visit today was a surprise. They did not reveal it beforehand. And she did have questions when she got there. You will hear what she asked. As tonight, President Trump is now on the cover of Time magazine, a crying little girl looking up at him, the caption reading, "Welcome to America." And what the president just tweeted about his wife's trip, and in particular about the words on the back of her jacket. ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega leading us off.
The White House says the First Lady's surprise trip to a Texas shelter for migrant children today was 100% her idea. She wanted to see for herself how they're being treated.
And I also like to ask you how I can help to these children to reunite with their families as quickly as possible.
Tonight, there still is no official plan for reuniting those families torn apart by her husband's zero-tolerance crackdown. During her 2 hours on the ground, Mrs. Trump peppered workers with questions.
And those children, how many times they speak with their relatives or families per week, for example?
Well, the children are allowed to communicate with their family twice a week. They get a 10-minute phone call.
The trip meant to send a message of compassion until another message emerged. As Mrs. Trump was in the air headed home, these photos surfaced. The First Lady on her way to visit those detained children. On the back of her $39 Zara jacket, the words, "I really don't care. Do you?" Her spokeswoman saying in a statement, "It's a jacket. There was no hidden message. After today's important visit to Texas, I hope this isn't what the media is going to choose to focus on." But the letters right there in large font, the First Lady fully aware of the cameras and the eyes of the world watching. And as if to prove a point, she wore it again when she landed back in Washington. The president telling reporters today he and his wife were both moved by the images of those children.
It really bothered her to be looking at this and to seeing it, as it bothered me, as it bothered everybody at this table. We're all bothered by it.
Ivanka Trump speaking out too, the first daughter and special advisor to the president breaking her silence 75 days after the controversial zero-tolerance policy began. Today she tweeted, "It is time to focus on swiftly and safely reuniting the families that have been separated." But tonight, chaos and confusion among the agencies trying to carry out the president's executive order. It is unclear whether migrant parents will be prosecuted and when and how more than 2,000 children will be reunited with their families. Not helping the matter, conflicting statements from top administration officials. Last month, this was Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who said the Bible justified family separations.
If you are smuggling a child, then we will prosecute you. And that child may be separated from you as required by law.
But today on the Christian Broadcasting Network.
And the American people don't like the idea that we're separating families. We never really intended to do that.
Now on Capitol Hill, protests. Children wrapped in Mylar blankets like the children in the detention centers. From Democrats, outrage.
Come on, he's flying by the seat of his pants here in terms of trying to make this up.
President Trump firing right back.
If you took zero tolerance away, everybody would come right now. They'd be getting their little belongings, unfortunately, and they would be heading up. You would have a run on this country, the likes of which nobody's ever seen.
He says he wants to be both compassionate and tough. But as this new Time magazine cover shows, an image of the president staring down a sobbing migrant girl, that might be a difficult sell.
And Cecilia Vega back with us live from the White House tonight. And Cecilia, 24 hours after the president signed his executive order, are we any closer to an answer on how long the administration can actually detain entire families now?
Well, David, for now, it's 20 days. But today, the Justice Department made it official and asked a federal judge in California to go beyond that 20-day mark and hold these parents and children together. So far, that judge has not yet responded.
And Cecilia, just moments ago, President Trump reacting to the First Lady's trip to Texas.
He did. It came in the form of a tweet, David. He was addressing that jacket. He says those big letters right there, you see him on the back that say, "I really don't care, do you?" refers, he says, to the media. Quote, Melania has learned how dishonest they are, and she truly no longer cares. David, we have asked the First Lady's office if that is indeed her message. We haven't heard back from them.
You'll stay on it. Cecilia Vega leading us off. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.